Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network. Mike Peterson with you on the call here for the Dirt Slingers Monday nights series here from Volusia Speedway Park. 25 cars checked in to the pits here tonight. Got about 2 minutes left here in practice. Race control just ended their drivers meeting in that last practice session, so we're going to have about 2 minutes for cars on the racetrack. Once we get cars on the racetrack, we will go to qualifying, and it looks like we're going to have roughly about 3, maybe 4 heat races here tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in here to the Dirt Racing Network. Make sure you share and like the broadcast. What's up, Eddie? How's it going, man? Shares and likes, please. That would be awesome. Appreciate that greatly. Like I said, we got 25 cars checked into the pits tonight. Likes and shares to the broadcast would be awesome. Got about 30 seconds left. How's everybody doing tonight? How was everybody's weekend? Had a great race last night with the 410s here with the Dirt Slingers. We are also broadcasting on Twitch and on YouTube. New adventure here for us at the Dirt Racing Network. Practice is over. We're about headed to qualifying. That's going to send us down trackside for our opening ceremonies.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, thank you to Reed Foley for that national anthem. Right now, Billy Raleigh, a fast qualifier with a 13.749. Jim Turner, Ernie Williams, Trevor Royer, Tim Smith, Larry Moody, Mike Roxbury, Dakota Kuhn, Jason Randolph, and Jeff Peterson, the top 10. All right, going to get race cars on the racetrack for tonight's first heat race. All right, going to get the first cars here on the racetrack, waiting for a couple cars to grid. All right, starting on the pole. Tonight's fast qualifier in the Team SETI Group Holding, Wicked Energy Gum, number 79, that is Billy Raleigh. Starting on his outside in the Black Diamond Motorsports, World of Thunder, number 90, that's Trevor Royer. Starting in the third spot in the Rockstar Productions, number 422, that's Mike Roxbury. Starting in the fourth spot in the Dirt Racing Network, Team RPM Dirt Racing Network, number 14, that's Jeff Peterson. Starting in the fifth spot in the Black Diamond Motorsports, number 54, that is John Batista. Starting in the sixth spot in the Unified Racing Crescent Donut Splash and Go Graphics, number 29, that's Dustin Griffiths. Starting in the seventh spot in the Kinzer Racing Sim Team Profile Sanford, number 07, that is Josh Close. Starting in the eighth spot in the Borent Home Racing Team RPM, number 53, that's Bob Ramundo. And starting in the ninth and final spot in the number 97, that's Skylar Brown. 9 cars making the call here, 10 laps. Make sure you share and like the broadcast. Let me know that you are here. I'm watching the chat, so say hello. I love a little chat integration. I see Eddie here saying hi. All right, going to go green next time. 10 laps. First of 3 heat races, I believe. Yes, first of 3 heat races. Top. Can't read that. Top 3 advance to tonight's A main. Top 2 to the Trophy Dash. Going green here off turn number 4. Billy Raleigh on the gas, green flag. Mike Roxbury looking on the inside of Trevor Royer for that second spot. John Batista already up to 4th. Josh Close in 5th. Dustin Griffith 6th. Jeff Peterson's going to fall back to 7th. Skylar Brown and Bob Ramundo rounding out the front 9 here in tonight's first heat race. Down the back straightaway and go off turn 2 in the back straightaway. That is Billy Raleigh out front. Trevor Royer still riding in 2nd. Mike Roxbury in the 3rd and final transfer spot. John Batista off turn number 4, riding in the 4th spot, and Josh Close in 5th. Billy Raleigh still out front. Trevor Royer still riding in that 2nd position. Down the back straightaway, headed into turn number 3. Trevor Royer a lane lower there through off turn number 4, trying to get alongside Billy Raleigh here in turns 1 and 2. Can't do anything that time. Down the back straightaway, headed into turn number 3. Right in his tire tracks, going to complete lap number 4. Billy Raleigh still out front. Trevor Royer and Mike Roxbury in that 3rd and final transfer spot. John Batista riding in the 4th spot. Josh Close in 5th. Dustin Griffiths in 6th. Jeff Peterson in 7th. Skylar Brown and Bob Ramundo round out the 9 cars here in heat race number 1. Still Billy Raleigh up front, pulling away from Trevor Royer about 5-6 car lengths as they head into turns 3 and 4. Off turn number 4, they're going to see 4 laps to go that time by. Mike Roxbury still hanging on to that 3rd spot. John Batista is going to try to close in with 4 laps to go. Josh Close still riding in the top 5. Billy Raleigh off turn number 4 to see 3 laps to go that time by. Still Trevor Royer in 2nd. Mike Roxbury, John Batista, and Josh Close. Everybody single file pretty much all the way through the field. Skylar Brown went around Jeff Peterson. We got 2 laps to go for race leader Billy Raleigh. Off turn number 4, he will see the white flag this time by for race leader Billy Raleigh. Trevor Royer, Mike Roxbury still in the front 3. Roxbury hanging on to that 3rd and final transfer spot. John Batista riding in the 4th spot. Still Trevor Royer in 5th. But off turn number 4, Billy Raleigh will win heat race number 1. Trevor Royer. John Batista is going to come home in 2nd. It looks like Mike Roxbury is going to run out of fuel right at the line, and he will finish in the 7th spot. John Batista will transfer on through. Woodrow, good evening from West Virginia. Sel, hello. Chuck, hello. Jerry, awesome. Appreciate you guys coming and hanging out, tuning in. All right, going to get heat race number 2 here on the racetrack. All right, starting on the pole in the big game tree stands, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators 175. That is Jim Turner. Starting on his outside, let's see if we can get a better view of that race car. Starting on his outside in the KC Kane Racing Sim Team Factory Kane. Wicked Cushion number 00, that's Tim Smith. Starting on the 3rd spot in the UDSRA Highside Racewear, number 95, that's Dakota Kuhn. Starting in the 4th spot in the Team VLR Beer Hill Gang number 23, that is Stephen Calavoda. Starting in the 5th spot in the Alcatraz Racing number 49, that is Jeff Herrick. Starting in the 6th spot in the Raven Graphics Wicked Cushion Dirt Racing Network number 8, that is Doyle Lawrence. Starting in the 7th spot in the Driven number 21, that is Kevin Fry. Starting in the 8th spot in the 610, that's Craig Levan. And starting in the 9th spot in the Brant number 292, that is Peyton Grease. 9 cars. Top 3 to tonight's A main. Top 2 to the Trophy Dash. 10 laps in distance. How's it going, Jeff? Appreciate that thumbs up, my friend. All right, here we go. Going green. Pace truck is off. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 2 is green. Jim Turner out front. Dakota Kuhn tried to get alongside, get out front of Tim Smith. Now they're side by side into turn number 3. Tim Smith will come off turn number 4. He will take over that 2nd spot at the line, but Dakota Kuhn battling on back on the inside. Tim Smith's going to prevail. Stephen Calavoda is going to go alongside Dakota Kuhn for the 3rd spot through turns 3 and 4. Stephen Calavoda, Dakota Kuhn still side by side with the caution flag flying. Calavoda gets into it with Dakota Kuhn after the caution flag flew and gets into the outside fence. But Doyle Lawrence is what happened, brought out the caution, got into Jeff Herrick right there off turn number 4 and just spun it around. Got it righted, drove away. But Stephen Calavoda on his side. Go back and see what happened to him. Him and Kuhn got into each other there after the caution flag flew. Kuhn gave a little right rear to Stephen Calavoda there in turn number 1. Stephen Calavoda, his heat race is over. Not sure if race control is going to give anything to the number 95 machine. Robert, I know, man. He'll be on here tomorrow night and Wednesday night, and he'll be back here Thursday. So you'll get Roger. You'll get plenty of Roger. You'll be sick of him by the end of the week. Jerry in Greentown, Indiana. Well, I appreciate you tuning in. Jeremy Thomas rooting for Kevin Fry. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. Still Jim Turner out front, Tim Smith, Dakota Kuhn, Jeff Herrick, Kevin Fry, Peyton Grease, Craig Levan, and Doyle Lawrence with Stephen Calavoda on pit road. Looks like when these guys go green, we're going to have 4 laps to go. Ha! Probably will be there, Robert. Appreciate everybody tuning in, as always, here to the Dirt Racing Network. Dirt Slingers, Monday night series here from Volusia. Tomorrow night, Dirty Old Bastards 360 Sprint Cars. Wednesday night, Wingless Wednesday with the Midget and the 360 Wingless Cars. And Thursday night, back here for DS Dirt Slingers Thursday Thunder Series, powered by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. And the Dirty Old Bastards 410 Outlaws. So we've got a full week of racing. Started last night with the Dirt Slingers 410 series.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. 4 laps to go. Jim Turner still out front. Tim Smith wants that top spot. Through turns 1 and 2. Single file. Dakota Kuhn riding in that third and final transfer spot. Jeff Herrick in fourth. Kevin Fry fifth. Peyton Grease, Craig Levan, Doyle Lawrence. 3 laps to go. That time by. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Jim Turner is going to come off turn number 4 to see 2 laps to go. This time by for heat race number 2. Dakota Kuhn looking on the inside of Tim Smith. Can't do anything that time in turns 1 and 2. Smith's going to drive away by 4 or 5 car lengths headed into turn number 3. Jim Turner is going to see the white flag that time by off turn number 4. Tim Smith still in that second spot. Dakota Kuhn in third. Jeff Herrick trying to close in that final transfer spot. Can't do anything that time off turn number 2. But off turn number 4, heat race number 2 winner will be Jim Turner. Tim Smith in that second spot. Dakota Kuhn in third. Jeff Herrick, Peyton Grease, Craig Levan, Doyle Lawrence, and Kevin Fry. All right, going to get heat race number 3. Final heat race here tonight on the racetrack. See if I can get the best view. That might be the best view. Starting on the pole in the Black Diamond Motorsports Dirt Racing Network, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators number 91, that is Ernie Williams. Starting in the second spot in the UDSRA, Highside Raceway number 73, that is Larry Moody. Starting in the third spot in the KC's General Store number 50, that is Jason Randolph. Starting in the fifth spot in the Twisted Motorsports number 55, that is Robert Satterfield. Starting in the fifth spot in the Dirt Racing Network DSRL Team RPM number 31, that is Roger Wagner. Starting in the sixth spot in the Dirt Racing Network DSRL number 35, that is Nathan Sedlick. Starting in the seventh spot in the 075, that's Steve Turner. And starting in the eighth and final spot in the 572, that's Louis Rosenberg. 8 cars, 10 laps, top 3 through to tonight's A main, top 2 to the Trophy Dash. What's up, Steve? How's it going, my friend? Long time no see, long time no talk. Is there any race for, and how do I find out more about this league? Jeff Collins, you go to the DirtSlingersRacing.com to sign up for this league here on iRacing, here at the Dirt Slingers. Green flag. Ernie Williams got a good jump. Larry Moody looking on the inside, Jason Randolph looking on the inside of Moody. They make contact going through off turn number 2. Moody's going to fall all the way back to at least 7th spot. Ernie Williams going to go. Roger Wagner and Robert Satterfield get together. Looks like Steve Turner was right there as well. A couple cars into the outside fence. No caution. Roger's going to drive away. Steve Turner is going to drive away. So is Robert Satterfield. Turner looks a little broken. He's going to probably end that and take that car off. He will. No caution. Ernie Williams completing lap number 2 that time. Jason Randolph in that second spot. Nathan Sedlick in third. Larry Moody in 4th, Louis Rosenberg in 5th, Roger Wagner still in 6th, and Robert Satterfield's taking it to pit road. So only 6 cars on the racetrack, completing lap number 3 that time by for race leader Ernie Williams. Off turn number 4, Ernie Williams going to see 6 laps to go that time by. Jason Randolph still riding in that second spot, Larry Moody in 3rd, Nathan Sedlick in 4th, Louis Rosenberg, and Roger Wagner. Halfway this time by for race leader Ernie Williams. Into turn number 1 he goes. Down the back straightaway, headed into turn number 3. Ernie Williams got a sizable lead, 1.4 seconds over second place of Jason Randolph. And Larry Moody in that third and final transfer spot. 4 laps to go that time by. Nathan Sedlick still riding in the 4 spot. Roger Wagner in 5th. 5 cars still on the racetrack. 3 laps to go for race leader Ernie Williams. 1.66 seconds now over Jason Randolph. Larry Moody another 2 seconds back. Nathan Sedlick and Roger Wagner, but 2 laps to go for race leader Ernie Williams. White flag that time by for race leader Ernie Williams. Larry Moody looking on the inside of Jason Randolph for this 2nd spot. Can't do anything that time off turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Ernie Williams will win heat race number 3. Larry Moody, last-ditch effort in turn 4. He will take over the 2nd spot. Jason Randolph will be in 3rd. Nathan Sedlick and Roger Wagner round out the top 5. All right, looks like we're going to get C main racing here. All right, we got C main racing. 10 laps, top 4 advance to the rear of the B. Really? That's weird. Not sure why that happens there, Robert. Not sure. What's up, Dustin? All right, starting on the pole here in tonight's C main, the 610 of Craig Levan. Starting on his outside in the 572 of Lewis Rosenberg. Starting in the 3rd spot in the 422, that's Mike Roxbury. Starting in the 4th position in the number 8, that's Doyle Lawrence. Starting 5th in the 55, that is Robert Satterfield. Starting 6th in the 53, that's Bob Raimondo. Starting 7th in the number 5, that's Kevin Fry. Starting 8th in the 075, that's Steve Turner. Starting 9th in the 14, that's Jeff Peterson. And starting 10th in the 23, that's Steven Calavoda. Going to go around one more time. 10 laps, top 4 advance to the rear of the B main. So we're going to send 6 home. Well, I appreciate that, Robert. I'm not sure why it shouldn't show up. I'll look after we're done if it's in the page thing. When we're done, I'll look. I'm not sure why it's not. It might be because we're doing this restream, trying to stream to various spots, Twitch, YouTube, 2 channels on here on Facebook. So it might be that's why.
Green.
All right, green flag in the air. Craig Levan on the gas. Mike Roxbury in that 2nd spot. Robert Satterfield already up to 3rd. Kevin Fry in 4th. Caution flag on the racetrack. Lewis Rosenberg is around in turn number 2. Go back and see. He started in that 2nd spot. Got right into the outside fence. Got into Doyle Lawrence and Jeff Peterson also right there. Just some of those guys just had nowhere to go after Rosenberg clipped the outside fence going into turn number 1. Still Craig Levan, Mike Roxbury, Robert Satterfield, Kevin Fry, Doyle Lawrence, Bob Raimondo, Steve Turner, Steven Calavoda, Jeff Peterson are the 9 cars on the racetrack. Lewis Rosenberg has taken it to the trailer for the night. All right, going to go green next time by. Gonna have 5 laps, or no, 6 laps to go, excuse me, when these guys take the green flag. All right, here we go. Pate's truck is off. Green flag back in the air. Craig Levan on the gas. Good jump. 3 or 4 car length advantage over Mike Roxbury. Side-by-side battle. Robert Satterfield, Kevin Fry. Fry is going to fall back. Doyle Lawrence wants that 4th and final transfer spot. Through turns 3 and 4 to see 5 laps to go. This time by. Still Kevin Fry hanging on to that 4 spot. Doyle Lawrence is going to go right on by. Take over that 4 spot. Drop Kevin Fry back to 5th. Bob Ramundo in 6th. Steve Turner, Stephen Calavoda, and Jeff Peterson. The 9 cars on the racetrack. Still Craig Levan out front, but he's got company from Mike Roxbury. Robert Satterfield in that 3rd spot. Off turn number 4, they're going to see 3 laps to go. That time by. Roxbury looking on the inside for the race lead through turns 1 and 2. Can't do anything that time. Craig Levan still out front, but Roxbury's going to try one more time. He's going to slide up in front of Craig Levan. Mike Roxbury will take the lead at the line with 2 laps to go. Robert Satterfield looking on the inside of Craig Levan down the back straightaway, side by side, wheel to wheel into turn number 3. Satterfield on the bottom of the racetrack. He will take over the 2nd spot with 1 lap to go. Doyle Lawrence still in that 4th and final transfer spot. Craig Levan riding in the 3rd spot. Doyle Lawrence, Bob Ramundo, Stephen Calavoda, 6th and 7th as Calavoda puts it in the fence in turn number 3. But Mike Roxbury will win tonight's C-Main. Robert Satterfield, Craig Levan, and Doyle Lawrence will be the 4 cars that transfer. Nancy, I'm not sure what beautiful girls you're talking about. So glad to see all is Q. Okay. Not sure if that was meant for us, but all right, going to get tonight's B-Main on the racetrack. Yes, Doyle transferred. All right, B-Main on the racetrack here, 12 laps, starting on the pole. Waiting for him to grid is the number 29 of Dustin Griffiths. Starting on his outside in the 49, that's Jeff Herrick. Starting in the 3rd spot in the number 35, waiting for him to grid as well, that will be Nathan Sedlick. Starting in the 4th spot in the 07, that's Josh Close. Starting in 5th in the 292, that's Peyton Grease. Starting 6th in the 31, that's Roger Wagner. Starting 7th in the 97, that is Skylar Brown. Starting 8th in the 422, tonight's C-Main winner, that's Mike Roxbury. Starting 9th in the 55, that's Robert Satterfield. Starting 10th in the 610, that is Craig Levan. And starting last in 11th in the number 8, that is Doyle Lawrence. Looks like everybody will advance to tonight's A-Main. Going to take 11 cars to make up the 20-car field. Once again, appreciate everybody tuning in here to the Dirt Slingers Monday night series here on the Dirt Racing Network from Volusia. Everybody transfers here. This is just for starting positions from will be 9th on back, 10th on back. Going to go 12 laps here. Dustin Griffiths, Jeff Herrick on the front row. Scheduled to be Nathan Sedlick, but he did not make the call. I think he's going to start last. So Peyton Grease will pull up. Josh Close, Skylar Brown, Roger Wagner, the front 3 rows. Pace truck's off. Green flag in the air. Dustin Griffiths on the gas. Green flag. Hauling it into turn number 1. Peyton Grease looking on the inside of Jeff Herrick. He wants that race lead from Dustin Griffiths as well. into turn number 3 and 4. Dustin Griffiths will lead lap number 1. Josh Close looking on the outside of Peyton Grease for that second spot. Josh Close will take that second spot. Peyton Grease will fall back to third. Robert Satterfield in fourth. Mike Roxbury in fifth. Caution flag on the racetrack. Craig Levan is around in turn number 3. We had Skylar Brown going into turn number 1. He ended up on the inside wall. Doyle Ranch running in the 5th spot. Craig Levan just puts it in the outside fence going into turn number 3. Cars coming right in front of him. Jeff Herrick was right there. But Craig Levan gets it righted, drives away, just doesn't have a front wing on that machine. It is Dustin Griffith still out front. Josh Close, Peyton Grease, Robert Satterfield, Mike Roxbury, Doyle Lawrence, Roger Wagner, Jeff Herrick, Skylar Brown, and Craig Levan. All right, going green next time. Going to be completing lap number 5, so we will have 12 laps to go. Griffiths, Grease, Close, Satterfield, Roxbury, Lawrence, Wagner, Herrick, Brown, and Sedlick. Craig Levan is taking it to pit road to get ready for tonight's A main. Pace truck is off. Green flag in the air. Dustin Griffiths on the gas. Good jump. 2 car lengths going into turn number 1. Josh Close looking on the inside of Peyton Grease. Going to slide up. Grease will go by. Pull away by 3 car lengths. Headed into turn number 3. Josh Close in that 3rd spot. Right, Mike Roxbury on his inside for that 3rd spot. Looking on the inside one more time. Headed into turn number 1. Roxbury down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Robert Satterfield right there riding in the 5th spot. Doyle Ranch trying to creep into this battle as well. Off turn number 4. Still Dustin Griffiths, Peyton Grease out front. Josh Close riding here in the 3rd spot. Mike Roxbury trying to close in. Going to try on the outside going into turn number 3. But Josh Close is going to go right up to the cushion off turn number 4. Completing lap number 8. Completing lap number 8. 4 laps to go for race leader Dustin Griffiths. Peyton Grease still riding in that 2nd spot. Josh Close in 3rd. Roxbury tries to close in. We got 3 laps to go that time by. Peyton Grease looking on the inside for the race lead off turn number 2, but Dustin Griffiths had a good run on the outside. Headed into turn number 3, they're going to see 2 laps to go this time by. Dustin Griffiths still out front, but Peyton Grease wants that race lead. Roxbury on the inside of Josh Close for that 3rd spot. He will take that over. Close is going to fall back to 4th. Robert Satterfield still in 5th. Josh Close is going to throw the slide job here in turns 3 and 4 to take back that 3rd spot with the white flag flying. Dustin Griffiths still out front. Mike Roxbury is going to slide up in front of can't do anything that time. Wheel to wheel into turn number 3, but off turn number 4. Dustin Griffiths will win tonight's B-Main. Peyton Grease and Mike Roxbury finish in 3rd. Josh Close, Robert Satterfield, Doyle Ranch, Roger Wagner, Skylar Brown, Nathan Sedlick, Jeff Herrick, and Craig Levan. All right, we're going to get tonight's fast dash on the racetrack. Well, Jason, I hope you are having a great vacation, and hopefully we see you back on the racetrack soon, my friend. All right, cars moving on the racetrack. Going to get these cars in their correct order. Front row will be Ernie Williams and Jim Turner. Billy Raleigh and Trevor Royer in row 2. Tim Smith and Larry Moody in row 3. Going 8 laps. This will set the first 3 rows in tonight's A main. So Ernie Williams, Jim Turner, row 1. Billy Raleigh, Trevor Royer, row 2. Tim Smith and Larry Moody, row 3. Off turn number 4, Ernie Williams looking for the green flag. It is in the air, green flag. Ernie Williams got a good jump going into turn number 1. Billy Raleigh in that second spot, but Tim Smith right there. 3 wide here off turn number 4, making contact. Trevor Royer, Tim Smith, Larry Moody. Caution on the racetrack. Caution on the racetrack. We're going to go back and see. We saw that sizing up here going down the back straightaway. 3 wide here. Just everybody kind of closed into the same real estate there. Those 3 cars. Larry Moody was just a innocent bystander there. He's the last one that did not drive away. He is on pit road. Well, I appreciate you both watching there, Scott and Tom. That's awesome. Make sure you come back next time. We race here 5 nights a week here on the Dirt Racing Network. I appreciate you guys tuning in, though. That's awesome. Ernie Williams out front. Going to go back to the original order. I believe Jim Turner's going to come back. He's going to be on the outside. Billy Raleigh, Trevor Royer, and Tim Smith. 5 cars on the racetrack. Oh, Larry Moody is going to rejoin the field. He will fire in 6th. A little bit there, Dustin. I'd agree. Ernie Williams, Trevor Royer, race control is confirmed. Billy Raleigh, Jim Turner, and Tim Smith on the back row by himself. Going 8 laps still. Green flag. Teammates out front. Trevor Royer in that second spot. Billy Raleigh riding in that third spot. Almost 3 wide there off turn number 2. Trevor Royer, Billy Raleigh, Tim Smith, Jim Turner. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Side by side, Tim Smith. He's going to take over that second spot. Trevor Royer, Ernie Williams. Trevor Royer looking on the inside of Tim Smith, headed into turn number 3 for that second spot. Royer's going to slide up in front of Smith. He will take over that second spot, but Tim Smith's going to battle on back on the inside. Through turns 1 and 2, Trevor Royer on the outside. He will bypass Tim Smith for that second spot. Smith looking back on the inside. Everybody's still chasing down. Ernie Williams is pulled away by a full second. Headed into turn number 1. 5 laps to go. That time by. Trevor Royer still trying to get alongside Tim Smith. He's going to do it this time. Smith is going to edge back in on the inside off turn number 4. We are halfway. We got 4 laps to go. Headed into turn number 1. Still Tim Smith riding in that second spot. Trevor Royer 3rd. Billy Raleigh 4th. And Jim Turner in 5th. But everybody is chasing down race leader Ernie Williams off turn number 4 to see 3 to go. Tim Smith's going to take over that second spot. Trevor Royer is going to be in the 4th spot as Billy Raleigh's hanging on to 3rd. 2 laps to go right there for Ernie Williams. Down the back straightaway he goes, headed into turn number 3. He's going to come off turn number 4 to see the white flag this time by Ernie Williams. Tim Smith is closing in. Will he have enough time to get to him? Through turns 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. Ernie Williams looking to go green to checkered here. He will. Ernie Williams will win tonight's Fast Dash. Tim Smith 2nd. Billy Raleigh 3rd. Trevor Royer, Jim Turner, and Larry Moody. Well, I appreciate that, Jason. Got about a couple minutes left for open warm-ups here for everybody. So we do that. We're going to pay a quick bill. Got to get that one up here. Ford Entertainment Group is the official sponsor of tonight's starting lineup. Ford Entertainment Group does custom PC sales and simulator hardware, so you can come out here and race with us. Look them up on Facebook, facebook.com/Ford Entertainment Group. Send them an email, fordentertainmentgr@gmail.com. Look up Jeff Ford on iRacing as well. Use the promo code DRN10 to get $10 in iRacing credits when you make your first purchase with Ford Entertainment Group, the official sponsor of tonight's starting lineup, every starting lineup here on the Dirt Racing Network. All right, we got upside down screen there. Perfect timing. Yeah, good luck there, Doyle. Good luck, brother. Take it to the front. All right, race control should be advancing here in about 20 seconds. What do you think's happened with the Dirt Slingers? They're gonna take the iRacing green flag. Once that happens, they will rearrange the front 3 rows that they raced in tonight's Fast Dash. Once that is correct, they will cut them loose for 30 green flag only laps here tonight. Once again, appreciate everybody tuning in here to the Dirt Racing Network. Looks like we're still waiting on a few cars to grid. Looks like we got 19 on the grid right now. Still waiting for John Batista to grid. Not sure if he's even in the server or not. There he is. All right, we got 20 cars gridded up, ready to go here for 30 green flag laps. Julie rooting for Jimmy. All right. As these guys go around, we will give you tonight's starting lineup from 7th on back. Starting 7th is going to be the number 54 of John Batista. Starting 8th, the number 95 of Dakota Kuhn. Starting 9th is the number 50 of Jason Randolph. Starting 10th is the 29 of Dustin Griffith. Starting 11th, the 292 of Peyton Grease. Starting 12th, the 422 of Mike Roxbury. Starting 13th, the 07 of Josh Close. Starting 14th in the 55, that is Robert Satterfield. Starting 15th is 8 of Doyle Lawrence. Starting 16th, the 31 of Roger Wagner. Starting 17th, the 97 of Skylar Brown. Starting 18th, the 35 of Nathan Sedlick. 19th, the 49 of Jeff Herrick. And 20th, the 610 of Craig Levan. Going to get these front 3 rows organized. Once they take the green flag, it is going to be Ernie Williams and Tim Smith on the front row. I believe it was Trevor Royer, then Billy Raleigh, Jim Turner and Larry Moody.
Green, green, green.
All right, these guys are going to continue to pace at pace speed. So we're going to get Ernie Williams. He's going to be the pole sitter. Tim Smith will be on his outside. Billy Raleigh be the inside of row number 2. Trevor Royer starting in the 4th spot. Jim Turner and Larry Moody. 7th, John Batista. 8th, Jason Randolph. 9th, Peyton Grease. 10th, Josh Close. 11th, starting is the Ada Doyle Rance. Dustin Griffith, Skylar Brown, Mike Roxbury, Robert Satterfield, Jeff Herrick, Roger Wagner, Nathan Selleck, Craig Levan, and Dakota Kuhn. Dakota Kuhn will be at the rear. All right, we are about ready to go green. Going to lap number 32. Ernie Williams, Tim Smith on the front row. Green flag is out. We are racing. Ernie Williams got a good jump. Billy Raleigh looking on the inside of Tim Smith. Can't do anything that time by. Tim Smith's going to take over that 2nd spot. Trevor Royer's going to take over 3rd. Billy Raleigh's going to fall back to 4th. Larry Moody rounds out the front 5. Tim Smith trying to track down Ernie Williams through turns 1 and 2. Can't do anything that time. Down the back straightaway, headed into turn number 3. Billy Raleigh in that 3rd spot. Trevor Royer 4th. John Batista trying to get alongside Larry Moody for that 5th spot. John Batista will take that 5th spot. Larry Moody battling on back side by side for the 3rd spot and for the 5th position through turns 3 and 4. Tim Smith trying to close in on Ernie Williams. Can't do anything that time off turn number 4. Caution flag is out. I believe Roger Wagner got the tires off turn number 4. We're going to go back and see what happened to Roger. On the inside, caught the tires there on the inside, pounds the outside wall, go at the start-finish line, going into turn number 1, collects a little, look like Nathan Sedlick as well. Roger's going to go in, get his, oh no, he's going to just stay on the racetrack, have no front wing on that machine. Ernie Williams, Tim Smith, Billy Raleigh, Trevor Royer, John Batista, the front 5. Larry Moody, Jason Randolph, Jim Turner, Peyton Grease, and Josh Close. Rounding out the top 10. Going to lap number 35. Going to go around one more time. We will cut them back. All right, going to go green next time by. Ernie Williams, Tim Smith, Billy Raleigh, Trevor Royer, John Batista, top 5. Larry Moody, Jason Randolph, Jim Turner, Peyton Grease, and Josh Close, the top 10. Going to lap number 35. Roughly around 26 laps to go. Couple cars on pit road. Roger Wagner and Nathan Sedlick are done for the evening. So we got 18 cars on the racetrack. Green flag back in the air. Ernie Williams into turn number 1. Tim Smith in that 2nd spot. Billy Raleigh trying to get alongside him in 3rd. John Batista is going to take over 4th. Trevor Royer is going to fall back to 5th. John Batista looks like he got those inside tires as well, just like Roger did, bringing out that last caution. But Batista keeps it going this time. It's going to allow Trevor Royer to go by. He wants to He took over that 4 spot. He wants 3rd from Billy Raleigh. Off turn number 4, Trevor Royer will take over that 3rd spot, but Billy Raleigh battling on back on the inside. Trevor Royer on the outside. He will take over that 3rd spot. Drop Billy Raleigh back to 4th. John Batista in 5th. Larry Moody 6th. Jason Randolph 7th. Peyton Grease 8th. Josh Turner 9th. Or Josh Close, excuse me. And Skylar Brown 10th. Still Ernie Williams out front by almost a full second over Tim Smith in that 2nd spot. Trevor Royer trying to close in that 3rd position. Billy Raleigh in 4th. Larry Moody. John Batista, Larry Moody almost making contact there. Great battle shaping up here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Billy Raleigh, Trevor Royer, hard contact into the outside fence going into turn number 3. Go back and see what happened to those two guys. Kind of saw that shaping up. Trevor Royer, Billy Raleigh, both cars came down. Looks like just got together there. Pounded the outside wall there going into turn number 3. Billy Raleigh went for a few barrel rolls as well. Ernie Williams still out front. Tim Smith, Larry Moody, John Batista currently 4th. Peyton Grease up to the top 5. Jason Randolph, Josh Close, Skylar Brown, Dakota Kuhn, and Trevor Royer. Trevor Royer is going to be on pit road, so that is going to move up Jim Turner into the 10th spot. Going to lap number 38. Roughly around 20 laps to go. All right, going to go green this time. Ernie Williams, Tim Smith, Larry Moody, John Batista, Peyton Grease, the front 5. Pace truck's off. Green flag back in the air. Ernie Williams, Tim Smith out front. Larry Moody trying to get alongside. Tim Smith can't do anything that time. John Batista in that 4th spot. Big run there off turn number 2, trying to get alongside Larry Moody for that 3rd spot. Can't do anything this time. Front 5 cars, single file at the line. Headed into turn number 1. Jason Randolph looking on the inside of Josh Close for that 6th spot, Close will take over that 6th spot. Skylar Brown almost 3 wide with Dakota Kuhn. Jason Randolph off turn number 4. Jason Randolph and Skylar Brown side by side for that 7th spot, trying to track down Josh Close right in front of him as well. Back up front, Ernie Williams by half a second over Tim Smith. Larry Moody and John Batista side by side battle headed into turn number 1. Still Larry Moody on the outside is going to prevail. John Batista still hanging on to that 4th spot. Peyton Grease all by himself in 5th. Josh Close closing in. Big time slider there through turns 3 and 4. Getting in front alongside is Skylar Brown looking for the slide job there in turn number 1 on Josh Close. Almost puts it in the outside fence there off turn number 2. Close is going to throw the slide job here in 3 and 4. This is a great battle here for the 6th position. Good battle shaping up here for the 2nd spot as John Batista got around Larry Moody. Now he's got his sights set on Tim Smith. Smith on the bottom side of the racetrack. We got 15 laps to go from race control. Ernie Williams still out front. Tim Smith in that 2nd spot. John Batista in 3rd. Larry Moody in 4th. Peyton Grease in 5th. Skylar Brown and Josh Close still battling hard for this 6th spot. Slide job by Skylar Brown in turn number 4. It's going to take over that 6th spot. He wants the 5th position. Skylar Brown's just going to drive right on by past Peyton Greaves, going to take over that 5th spot, drop Greaves back to 6th. Josh Close in 7th. Dakota Kuhn, Jason Randolph, and Jeff Herrick round out to top 10. Ernie Williams still setting a good pace here, almost by 3/4 of a second over Tim Smith and John Batista. Ernie Williams still out front, still right around 3/4 of a second. Tim Smith in that 2nd spot. John Batista 3rd. Larry Moody in 4th. Skylar Brown is up to 5th. Josh Close 6th. Peyton Greaves falling back to 7th. Dakota Kuhn in 8th, trying to get alongside Greaves for that 8th spot. Jason Randolph and Jeff Herrick. Still got, it looks like 14 cars on the racetrack. Ernie Williams off turn number 4 to see 10 laps to go. That time by. Tim Smith is under fire from John Batista. Can't do anything that time through turns 1 and 2. Larry Moody still riding in the 4th spot. Skylar Brown solidly in 5th. Great battle here shaping up for the 2nd spot. John Batista looking on the inside. Gonna ride off the left rear of Tim Smith. Looks like side-by-side battle here for the 2nd spot. John Batista looks like he's going to go right on by Tim Smith. Smith's going to try to get alongside of him back on the outside. Off turn number 4, they're at the line. Dead heat for the 2nd spot. John Batista making that bottom side work. Tim Smith right up against the outside fence. Still everybody trying to track down Ernie Williams. 1.5 seconds for that number 91 machine. Tim Smith looking on the inside. John Batista goes to the outside. Tim Smith slides up to the middle of the racetrack, but John Batista is just going to go right on by. Smith still riding in the 3rd spot. Skylar Brown and Larry Moody got 5 laps to go. That time by for race leader Ernie Williams. Larry Moody's going to take over that 4th spot, but Skylar Brown's going to battle on back on the outside. Still watching this battle for 2nd as well. Battle for the 4th spot shaping up as well. Skylar Brown, Larry Moody still battling hard. Battle for the 2nd spot is still raging on as well. John Batista still riding 2nd. Tim Smith's going to fall back by 5 car lengths headed into turn number 3. So we're going to see 3 laps to go. That time by for race leader Ernie Williams. Still out front by 1.4 seconds over John Batista and Tim Smith. Skylar Brown in 4th and Larry Moody in 5th. But Ernie Williams off turn number 4. We'll see 2 laps to go. That time by. Still good battle here for that 2nd spot. John Batista, Tim Smith. Through turns 3 and 4. Ernie Williams will see the white flag this time by. John Batista, Tim Smith still battling hard off turn number 4. Going to see the white flag that time by. Should have been that last lap, but we got 1 more lap to go from race control. John Batista still riding in that 2nd spot. Tim Smith, Larry Moody, and Josh Close rounding out the top 5. But off turn number 4, Ernie Williams will win. John Batista 2nd, Tim Smith in 3rd, Josh Close in 4th, and Peyton Greaves will finish in 5th. Looks like Larry Moody's going to fall all the way back to 8th as he's going to run out of fuel at the line. But Ernie Williams, John Batista, and Tim Smith will be the front 3. We will get them into the chat here. We will get a quick word with these front 3 drivers. Great battle in there, especially for that 2nd spot. Ernie Williams with a dominating performance here tonight. As soon as these front 3 cars get stopped here on the front straightaway, we will get a quick word with these guys. Got to get a better camera view of these guys. All right. All right, we're going to get a quick word with all three of these guys. All right, we're going to get Tim Smith here in the channel. Tim Smith, got a copy. Tim Smith, got a copy.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Not sure if he's there or not. I thought he's trying. One more time. Tim Smith, got a copy. Not sure if he can hear me or not. Tim Smith, got a copy.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you. No, you're good. I got you. All right, man. Pretty good night for you up front. Top three all night. Just kind of had a good battle there with John at the end, and he passed you there with a couple laps to go, but still come home on the podium. Just talk about your night.
Oh, it wasn't too bad of a night, I guess. Had a pretty good heat race and pretty good dash. Started outside pole. Kind of threw the kitchen sink at it for the feature because I felt really far off all night. And what I threw at it was, I think, worse than what I had. So to come home with a third against John and Ernie, I guess it ain't too bad.
Ernie was pretty stout here tonight. Didn't seem like anybody could really touch him, but you and John had a good battle there. Was the best spot for you there? He really kind of seemed to make the bottom side work, but you were pretty fast up at the top.
I don't know what was the best for me. My car was so tight center off. I was trying all kinds of different lines. When I'd run the top, he was just running away from me, so I was kind of searching around. Didn't really find nothing to match speed with him. I think once John got around me, I found something that was working a little better than what I had, but it was a little too late.
All right, man. Anybody need to give a quick thank you before we let you go?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody at Casey Kane Sim Team for all the support they give me. We got 2 guys right now running the Pro Series, so I'm gonna definitely switch over and see how those guys are doing. Everybody at wickedcushion.com and Wicked Energy Gum for sponsoring the whole team. Factory Kane, Nap Auto Parts. You guys up in the booth for putting out an awesome broadcast, and everybody for giving us a place to race. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Congrats, and hopefully we talk to you the rest of the week.
Yep, thanks.
That is third place, Tim Smith. We're going to get John here in the channel. JB, you got a copy?
Yeah, sure do.
All right, buddy. Started, I believe it was 7th, I think, and had a good night. What was that?
Yeah, it was 7th place.
7th, yeah. And kind of battled up, got to the top 3. Just had a great battle there with Tim, and not sure if you had anything for your teammate. He was pretty stout here tonight, but just talk about your night overall and then talk about battling for second there with Tim.
Yeah, just had another poor qualifying effort. Started us pretty far back in the heat. Couldn't do much with it. Car didn't feel all that good. So I just stuck with it, though. I didn't make any changes. I figured it was just down to the fact that I'm complete garbage on tacky tracks. Kept the same setup in, ran the feature. Just hoped and prayed that the bottom would come around and stay around, and thankfully it did. I abandoned it a few laps into the feature when I think it was Larry Moody got around me and a few other guys, so started running the top. And then the Tim and Larry got together on the inside. They gave me an opportunity to search around a little bit more, so I finally went back down to the bottom. Wasn't the traditional bottom line. It was kind of a enter a little bit higher and get the arcing low exit for the drive off on down the long straightaway. So that really helped me out. And when we ran the test races here on the new build, I knew it was going to be a really good race between Tim and I and everybody else when we found that the bottom was finally back in, and it sure was, and it was basically how I envisioned it to be. So yeah, it was just a great race between Tim and I. I wasn't going to catch Ernie. He was too fast on the outside. I had to be, way too perfect on the inside to really maximize my speed to catch the top. But overall, it was a pretty good night of racing. Did you see
the track change at all throughout the night? Like did the bottom come in there, especially towards the end? I kind of saw you working the bottom, and then when you and Tim were kind of swapping spots back and forth, it was just kind of whatever the fast lane was on that lap. But did you see any fast lane better than the other, especially there towards the end?
I think the bottom is still faster. I knew he was gonna run the top, or at least the middle, and I figured if I went to the top, he would go back down to the bottom because it seemed like we were running opposite lines to try and get around each other. So I figured he would go back down to the bottom, and I just wanted to play it safe and bring home a second place. So I just went to the top, and then he went to the middle, and it was much faster than the outside, but. I think he said he's really tight off, so it's hard to get a good run off the corner when you're super tight like that, especially off the middle line. So, yeah, I think the bottom was still pretty fast. It was too risky that late in the race, for second place. If it was for the win, I'm sure he would have went down to the bottom. I know I would have went down to the bottom, but I think we were just looking for a good finish.
All right, man. Anybody need to give a quick thank you before we let you go?
Yep, just my teammates at Black Diamond Motorsports. Unfortunately for Trevor, he did not make it all the way. That's unfortunate for him. He's had some really bad luck here lately. Getting stronger, though, getting back to his old ways of racing. Ernie on a great win tonight. Want to wish all the people in the Pro Series good luck tonight, and I will see you guys on Thursday.
All right. Hopefully we talk to you on Thursday, and thanks for the chatting.
Thank you, Mike.
That is second place, John Batista. We're going to get Ernie in the channel. Ernie Williams, got a copy.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Pretty stout night for you. Came home with the winner of the pole dash. Started out front and just never looked back. Just talk about your night overall.
Hang on, we're not
Started out good. I mean, I might not have qualified the greatest, but I got stacked to the pole. Well, I think I qualified. Yeah, I qualified decent. And it just was a good night all through. I won the heat race. Like you said, I won the pole dash. Put me on the pole of the feature. Which, if I start up that front, I expect to do really, really good, podium at worst. And I knew I had Tim Smith to my outside, and I figured we would battle for a little bit, but apparently my car was just a tick better, and I could get around. I seen I was stretching him. So I just kept running that line, man, and it just seemed to be working.
You kind of just committed to that top line until anybody tried to get alongside of you. If they were able to, you probably would have changed it up, but that top side seemed to be faster, and especially with those guys battling between Batista and Smith and kind of let you pull away. Did you just kind of run your race and just try to stay focused and run your line the whole time without knowing how far ahead you were from those guys?
Yeah, exactly. I was pretty much just watching the relative, and as long as I was pulling away, I was just going to keep running that line. And during the cautions, I would look around the track, and I could see that there was track down below on the bottom side, and I thought about running it, but then I just kept reverting back to, man, you just running that line, and that line seemed to be working. I would go in through the middle and just drift up a little bit to a little bit more of the tackier stuff, and it just seemed to be working in both corners. So as long as I was not getting tested or nobody was catching me, I couldn't hear nobody. So I really wasn't too much worried about it. I felt like that was the line to be running.
All right, man. Anybody need to give a quick thank you before we let you go to celebrate?
Absolutely. We give a shout out to Black Diamond Motorsports. John will finish second, Tim for third, and give a shout out to Tim Nichols with Down and Dirty Racewear, the Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. Give a shout out to the Dirt Racing Network for putting this stuff on with Roger. You guys put a lot of time into this stuff, man. We really appreciate it. And big thanks to the fans that come out and support you guys and watch us and root us on, man. And hopefully we'll see you Thursday.
All right. Ernie Williams, congratulations. And hopefully we talk to you again this week, especially on Thursday.
Take care, Mike.
All right. That is your winner, Ernie Williams. We are going to sign off here. Ernie Williams was the race winner. John Batista second. Tim Smith in third. That is going to do it for us here tonight on the Dirt Racing Network from Volusia for the Dirt Slingers. Tomorrow night, Dirty Old Bastards, 360 Sprint Cars, 8:30 Eastern Time. Roger will have the call for both of those races for you tomorrow night. Then we'll be back Wingless Wednesday night. 9 p.m. Eastern Time with the midgets, and then the 360 Sprint Cars after that, and triple header Thursday night, Dirt Slingers and Dirty Old Bastards. So, for Roger Wagner, Jeff Peterson, my name is Mike Peterson. Signing off here, Ernie Williams was your winner here tonight at Volusia, and we will see you tomorrow night.